Hello students, a warm welcome to this channel. In this video, we have given the notes, biology notes for chapter 1. Actually, it is a kind of different ventures to meet out the requirement of the ICSE board students. As you all know very well, nowadays it's really a difficult thing to get textbooks from the schools or from the shops because they are not at all available. We also find it difficult to get books even through Amazon or Flipkart like that. So students are finding it very difficult to cope up with the online lessons nowadays. So what we thought is, instead of making it as a teaching channel, if we provide with the notes for each and every lesson, it will be of much helpful to those students who are learning in 6th standard. As a part of it, today we are going to discuss the notes for the chapter 1, Biology, the Science of Life. We'll keep on uploading notes for the consecutive chapters in the days to come. Keep watching those things and get benefited. Chapter 1, Biology, the Science of Life. As you all know that biology is nothing but the science of life, the science which deals with living organisms. Unlike other sciences, physics and chemistry, which deal with non-living things, biology is a science that deals with living organisms, living things. That's why it is called as the science of life. First and foremost thing is the cell. What is meant by a cell? The cell is the smallest thing that has a life and can exist on its own. It has got its independent existence. So, if we take a body of an organism, the smallest thing that has got life and also which has got that independent existence is nothing but the cell. Okay, come on, let us move on to the next subtopic, unicellular organisms. What is meant by unicellular organisms? For example, let us take us, we ourselves, we are human beings. Our body is made of organ systems. In turn, they are made of organs. In turn, they are made of tissues. And each and every tissue is made up of a large number of cells. So, we are called as multicellular organism. Unlike we people, there are some organisms in this world which have got only one cell. The very single cell itself makes all sorts of functions in it. They are called unicellular organisms. So, how do we define unicellular organisms? Organisms that consist of one cell are called unicellular organisms. For example, bacteria. Then comes the multicellular organisms. As I told you earlier, the organisms which consists of more than one cell. In other words, many cells. They are termed as multicellular organisms. Organisms that are made up of many cells are called multicellular organisms. Example, human being. Not only human being, each and every animal, birds, what and all we see all around us, they can be put into multicellular organisms. The next question is, why are green plants called autotrophs or defined autotrophs? Hope you might have traveled in auto rickshaw. Otherwise, shortly we call it as auto. How does it get its name auto? In those days, people used to travel from one place to another by means of a bullock cart or a horse cart. So, an animal has to pull the cart. The cart can't go on its own. If a things move on its own, then it is called as auto, automobile, auto rickshaw, like that. Similarly, here the word autotrophs means by itself, a process which is done by an organism by itself is known as auto. So here green plants are called autotrophs because they produce their own food, like parasites, for example the lice on our head or the ticks on the body of a dog. They don't prepare their own food because they depend on other organisms for their food. So unlike these type of organisms, green plants prepare their own food by means of a process called photosynthesis. That's why they are called autotrophs. So the very definition for this term autotrophs is given below. Green plants manufacture, in other words produce, their own food using solar energy, the energy from the sun, water and carbon dioxide. So by using all these three things, they produce their own food with a green color pigment called chlorophyll. That's why they are called autotrophs. This is why they are called autotrophs. The next question, what do you mean by heterotrophs? As I mentioned earlier, the lice on our head and the ticks on the body of dog and other cattle, they depend on other organisms or other animals for their food. They can't prepare their food on their own. They are called heterotrophs. Here the answer is given in a way. Animals that depend on others for food are called heterotrophs. Then the next question, what is respiration? Day in and day out, every day we respire, we breathe in and breathe out. We breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. This process is called respiration. The entire process of taking in oxygen, breaking down food and releasing carbon dioxide and water is called respiration. So shortly speaking, breathing in and breathing out is called respiration, but in technical terms as a definition we need to tell like this: the entire process of taking in oxygen. Why is it needed? Why oxygen is needed? It is needed to break down the food, to release energy, and releasing carbon dioxide and water is called respiration. So hope you all understood very well. The next question is, what is meant by excretion? Excretion means disposing of or releasing the waste materials from our body by means of excreta, urine, sometimes by means of sweat, through our skin, by means of sweat glands. All these processes are put together and they are termed as excretion. So, excretion is nothing but the process of throwing out, disposing of waste from the body is called excretion. The next question is, what do you mean by stimuli? What is meant by stimuli? For example, someone pinches you. What happens? You shout or you cry out in pain because it pains. In some cases, immediately you start hitting them again. So, what triggers you out? If you happen to place your finger on a fire, what happens? You immediately withdraw your finger out of that fire. That is the stimulus. So for each and every stimulus, there is a reaction. If someone hits you, you can't be silent, you also react. So in such a way, everything that produces a response or reaction, that is called stimulus. In plural, stimuli. So how do we define stimuli? Stimuli are things that produce a response or reaction. Whatever things that produce a response or a reaction, then they can be called as stimuli. Okay. For this, we can also give a very good example of a plant. You might have experienced it or you might have seen it. Touch me not plant, they say. In botanical name, Mimosa pudica. There is a plant goes by the botanical name Mimosa pudica. In generally, we call it as touch me not plant. The moment you touch the plant, it droops its leaves. The plant droops its leaves. So, it produces a kind of response or a reaction for the stimulus. Here, what is the stimulus? The touching of the plant by your finger or something else is called the stimulus. Immediately the plant responds. It gives a response. It makes a reaction by drooping all its leaves. So, how do we define a stimuli? Stimuli are things that produce a response or reaction. The next question is, define sensitivity. The ability to respond to stimuli is called sensitivity. If you happen to stamp on a dog's tail, what happens? It might bite you. At least it might bark at you. But because it has got sense, it has got sensation. That's why the moment when you stamp on a dog's tail, it gets pain and it reacts. What if you stamp on a dead dog? Nothing happens because it is dead. It doesn't have any sense. So, sensitivity is defined as the ability to respond to stimuli. That is called sensitivity. Understood? Hope you have got it. The next question is, name the flowers that open in the morning and close in the evening. There are some flowers that open in the morning but they close in the evening. For that, they have asked some examples. China rose, lotus and portulaca. These are the examples for flowers that open in the morning and close in the evening. The next question is, name the tree whose leaves open in the morning and close in the evening. In the previous question, we have learned some examples for flowers that open in the morning and close in the evening, but now the tree whose leaves open in the morning but close in the evening. This is nothing but gulmogar. You might have seen this tree. When it blooms, it looks all red in color. That's why it is called as flame of the forest, because during its bloom, if you happen to visit a forest, then the whole forest looks like a fire, reddish in color. That's why the tree gulmogar is also known as flame of the forest. Its leaves open in the morning and close in the evening. The next question is, What is meant by locomotion? In those days, unlike these days, trains are pulled by steam engines and electric engines. In those days, trains are driven by locomotives. What is meant by locomotives? It moves on its own because there was no steam, there was no electricity. So by means of coal, it produces steam, and with the help of that steam, the engine used to pull that train. So locomotion or locomotive means moving from one place to another. That is nothing but locomotion. So how do we define locomotion? Moving from place to place or moving from one place to another is called locomotion. This locomotion is one of the characteristic features of living things. Non-livings, they don't move on their own, but living things, they move on their own. So with this, let us wind up this class, and the rest of the lesson or the rest of the notes is discussed in the following classes. Hope you enjoyed well. Hope it will be of much useful to you, these notes. We will be uploading this type of notes, very simple notes and easy to understand, in the following videos. If you like it, share this. First of all, you subscribe this channel and share it to your friends, so it will be of much helpful to your friends and your relatives who study in this ICSE board, especially during this lockdown period. Without books and any notes, they find it very, very difficult to cope up with the online classes. So it will be very useful for them if you do this. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and share it with your friends so that let them be benefited.